Well, but that's an interesting question. I mean, Lisa Cholodenko, very close to her own life in many ways, but fictionalized, obviously. Rodrigo, maybe perhaps not from so much knowledge, but what's it like, the difference between those two directors working with them?
They both have this thing of being receptive, which, if there's a way that I could communicate that about good directors, I guess I was surprised by that, because I really didn't know about movies. I felt very much like a theater actress for so long, pretending I was a movie actress, and I didn't, I felt funny to me to be in a room sitting down, talking quietly and acting, and I was used to being on a stage and moving around. And there's something about movie directors particularly, not everybody that I've worked with, but a lot of the really good ones, that there's a kind of receptivity. And he described it actually today. Somebody was asking him about, how do you work with actors? He says, well, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. I want to see what they do, and then I might be able to add something. Or so he's that way very much, as is Lisa. So once they decide they want to ask you to do it, then they kind of say, okay, well now, what are they seeing? What is their impulse? They respect that first. Like your impulse. If you have a certain, a way that you are impulsively, although it's not impulsive, it's not totally impulsive, but it's part of it is, that they want to see that, and then they want to find where to put the camera to capture that. And so you just feel like you're trying to bring, I've thought a lot about the movie before I'm there. I want to make it as personal, and that to me is just a privilege that you get to have as an actor. It's very personal. It's not, it has to mean everything in a way. And yet, of course, it's pretend. It's not. It's a movie or it's a story, whatever. But yet, there's something deeply personal about work when you're getting it right. And so they're not intrusive, and yet they're involved in every moment like you are, and you have to be willing to die for the moment, and yet, okay, you wrap, you go home, you all have lives, and it's not that. It's somewhere in between.
Now, of the movies that you have coming up, is the Hemingway and Friends or State of the Union in any way happening?
State of the Union, I think that's on the internet now,
exactly.
And I have no idea. I mean, that I haven't heard about for a long time.
I'd love to see you do it.
I remember reading it and loving it, but that's been a while.
So that was something that never came together
no,
long ago?
No, I don't think they've made it. I don't think so.
No, they wouldn't have. We'd know.
And I know that Andy Garcia very much wants to make the picture, the Hemingway picture, so he approached me about it. It's beautiful, and I hope he can make it. So that I don't know. I haven't heard recently anything about it.
What else have you got? Anything?
No.
So are you picky? Is that it? I mean, do you have a life, and therefore to drag you away from your life, it better be good? And has it gotten better? Are you getting more material, better material?
I feel like I've been really lucky because of being able to stop and start, which was not something I ever really anticipated. I guess I didn't really think about just what a gift that would be, to be able to, because I have so many friends who can't stop and start, and I can work and then not work, and part of the reason I can enjoy the work, I mean, these pictures, both of them, they were well organized, and they shot, I mean, I could do my life and do them, and that was such a pleasure. There was no ambivalence. It was like, oh, great, I'm going to go do this, and then I'm going to be done. So that for me is lucky, and I feel like when I've been, I do spend a lot of time just not in the world of making movies, and although I've done a couple of plays recently, so I can step away. And that way, for me, it's so much more fun when I come back. And also, not just fun, but necessary. I mean, I really love this craft, and I really love learning about it. And when you're working with people that you respect and you see what they're doing, and you see, also part of it is just more life experience. There's a certain joy in not worrying about things that you used to worry about, and now you're older, you say, oh, who cares? that thing, whatever it was that preoccupied me, I don't care about that anymore. And there's that, and that becomes sharper somehow when I'm working, and I can see and experience those kinds of insights more. I don't know. But they're just personal. It's just private stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.